Alright guys, I'm Baz, WELDERFABBER. Welcome back to the channel. Today you're going to see a bit of work at ND Civils, a bit of work up at Arches, taking the transmission out of the loader and the welding on the clamp bucket. Now then, we are changing things up a bit with the start and the ends of these chronicles, because the director who's on the camera at the moment is he's way in front, shall we say. So I don't know when we're starting and I don't know when we're ending. He's just going to turn up on site and do a start and do an end, and that's how it's going to be from now on. Just loaded up for ND Civils. They're the two buckets that we did for them. We just cut some box sections and then capped them. Well, then capped 6 of them anyway. And we're going to go and make a bit of a safety rail to go around the neck of the trailer that we showed you in a previous chapter. So the trailer is going to go in for paint in the next month or so, these posts will get painted when the trailer goes for a new lick. So we're just going to head over there now and make a start. Landed at ND Civils, over Filed Way, Blackpool. Just want to take a look at this unit because I want an awesome bit of kit. That's in memory to his Neil's son, that. What a nice tribute truck for his son. And these men really do look after their stuff to a very, very high standard. And nice yard, as you can see. That's the truck that went to the show in one of the last chapters. So this is the trailer that we're working on today, this Nooteboom. Just basically wants a safety strap around the neck of the trailer, of the front of the trailer here. So there is a socket already in there that is too big for the box, can you see? So I think we'll just tack some flat bars to the bottom of the box section to stiffen it up within that hole. Don't really want to start cutting this apart, putting another box in, and we can use that. And what we'll do, we'll notch this out to fit another box section in it. A little socket, as you can see there. A little socket will go in. Cut it on an angle there at the top. And make this post a little bit longer, so it'll all stay in line all the way around. And I think this trailer has been zinc plated or galvanised. Looking at it underneath the paintwork, but it is going for another coat of paint, so whether it's going blue or not, I'm not sure for their colours. Well, yeah, that's where we're at. We'll take these buckets off, and I think there's a few other bits of jobs that he wants to look at and price whilst we're here. So we'll crack on, me and Cal there. So to cut the sockets out, just drill 4 holes in each corner. And then make the socket to the shape. And we'll weld it flush like that. put the post in so it's nice and level. So we're getting there now, we've got all the sockets in. We're just cutting the last 2 box sections down, so then the all running line at the top. See that post there, they all want to be running in line. We've just bent some little round bars here, so the strap can go through that at the top. The end of the strap will drill a hole for it to go in, as I'll show you shortly. I've got a strap here so I can just show you quickly. So the normal ones will be like that, the strap running through, and then the end one will have a hole in the end for that to hook into. Straightforward enough. So the customers also just asked us to weld some little strips on the ramps to stop the machine sliding off, which I've done loads of times at Hurt Plant. A little bit of square bar welded onto the ramps, and what that does, that just as the machine's tracking up the trailer, it will give it extra grip and stop it from sliding down the ramps. All trailers should have them on really, and really down the side of the trailer sometimes, especially when you got steel on steel. Good trailer though, this Nooteboom. All this tackles here is good tackle. That is an ejector trailer there that he's just trying out, and if it does what he wants it to do, which I think it is doing, he's going to get it painted up in his colours. This trailer is going in for paint in the next couple of weeks, to be painted blue. So that's handy for us with the post getting painted. Might give him a lick of primer before we leave though. I didn't need to buy a chop saw in the end, that's my brother's little chop saw, or Dan's DTM. As you do know, we are joining forces and we'll be moving in together soon. So one of the girls out at office, Sarah, said, do I want a brew? It's dinner time now. We don't have brews, Cal, do we? We have Hawley though. But I did say, we'll have some lunch if you're offering. Well, they weren't offering, but they've kindly gone out and got us some lunch. And they asked them for a cheese and ham with brown sauce. Now then, she thought that was very strange. Do you think that's very strange, Cal?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's not a normal thing to have a cheese sandwich, that was.
So Callum thinks it's strange too. Cheese and ham with brown sauce. If you've never had cheese and ham with brown sauce, you've never lived. Yeah? Can't beat cheese and ham with brown sauce. Especially on a toasty. And we got some crisps and we got a bit of a cake. Now then, we're just doing a bit of Googling on Neil Roskell. Is it on YouTube, that?
Facebook, that one.
Is it? So Neil, who owns ND Civils, he does a bit of rallying. So he was over in Isle of Man last week, before. I'm just checking him out now. He don't hang about. He don't hang about, does he? But in garage over there, there's like a little motorhome thing. Has got Neil. Oh, it's got Roskell Motorsport on the back of it. So yeah, we've all got to have a hobby, haven't we? At the moment, this is my hobby, doing my job. And we was going to get e-bike with Foxy, weren't we? But That's still not happened yet, but we probably will still get the e-bikes at some point. Anyway, let's get this down where I can get back working. So we've just finished the Nooteboom trailer off. 2 straps. Just need a lick of paint. Like I say, it's going to the paint shop in a couple of weeks' time. I think there's a couple of apprentices kicking about. They might just get them to throw some primer on them. Also, we've got these little square bars on both safety factors, really, the front end and the back end. As the machine's tracking up, tracks kind of get hold of them and stop them from sliding back. And then I have seen a lot of trucks slide off back end of trailers, believe me, and I've seen 2 crushers slide off, and a crusher sat there and there with the conveyor sat on the deck. These do make a massive difference when it comes to tracking machines on and off with steel tracks. So yeah, nice little job there. 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll just go and see if I can find Neil and get him on cam before we go, make sure he's happy. And then we need to go and check out the loader for Ashville. The boys are on with that. They're on with stripping the cab off, and me and Callum have got to go and do the bucket, which will probably start tomorrow. Took the little ditches off. He's well happy with them, so that's good. I just need to make sure he's happy with this. Okay guys, so this is Neil, the owner of ND Civils. How you doing, bud?
I'm alright, mate.
What do you think of that job?
Yeah, tidy job. Yeah, it was good to get you in.
I know. He's a local guy, Blackpool area, isn't it, over this way?
Yeah.
And them buckets were boxed off over there for him. Nice and straightforward. And we did actually just put a top rail within that, and Neil came out and wanted a mid rail in it, and it's a good job he did, really, because it does look looks like it needed it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's good. It keeps it right for the driver, doesn't it? And the safety side of it. So yeah, I'm glad you've put that in.
Yeah. There's a lot of sites that needed that now.
Yeah. A lot of our sites now, we've got airbags in and everything else, and with the low loader now, they've just said, can we put a handrail system up? And obviously, I bought the low loader before I had a chance to get the handrail system on.
Yeah.
So, and obviously, I'd seen what you were doing, so get you in and get that sorted. So now we're right to go out on site.
So it's going to go for a lick of paint this soon, is it?
Yeah. Got to get it into our blue.
Lots of Painter Johns.
Yeah, Painter Johns. Yeah,
everybody knows Painter John, don't
yeah,
they?
he does. Yeah, he's done a fantastic job with unit and new tipper there behind us.
Yeah,
so he's done a cracking job. So now
we'll have a quick look at that.
Yeah, if you want.
Now that is a proper piece of kit, ain't it?
Yeah, it's very happy with that. Yeah, we've decided to go for the Scania. We were running Volvos, but we've gone with Scania now and give them a try. So better fuel economy and that, but
no expense spared there with them laser lights.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they're definitely good. But the thing is, you got to look after the drivers, haven't you? And I like them looking well. So we've always been take pride of that. And that one's going up for sale now. That one there, that FMX. It's
price you read or not?
Yeah, well, they can give me a shout, but it's plated for 44 tonne. It's got a drag on it.
It's got a drag on it as well.
Well, you can do. Yeah, it's got the jaw on the back for it. We've never used it. We have barn back doors and lashing points in it, so anybody who wants to set off and do something, it'd be ideal for them.
So that's like 8 years old now, and that's got a Thompson's body on it. And you got a new Thompson's body on this one. And let's have a look at the back end of it. So do you know how much money you want for this, Neil? Or not?
Thousands. Always too much. No, realistically, so what we've got is obviously it's all been from factory as this, and we've never used it, so it's all plated and all the pipe work's been done by Volvo, and all we've done at the moment is unbolted the jaw off the back.
Yeah.
And we've got it in there, it's never been used, so we'll bolt that back on.
Is that why it doesn't need an underrun?
Yeah. And then what I've done as well is we put lashing points in there, so if they wanted to get a smaller loader and then go up back and lash digger down it back of it, then that's what it was all about. We never actually did it, but I spec'd it up. That's why why it's a 450. But yeah, it'd be a good wagon for somebody. That we've had it from brand new, but see how this Scania goes now.
Look at that with alloys. They just finish it off nicely, don't they?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, they're smart of them, so very happy with it. John's done a good job of painting it, hasn't he?
Yeah, does a good job of everything, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
So we have a little job here to measure up for him as well before we leave, and get a price into him. So yeah, it's just nice to get a good bit of customer feedback. I'm going to try and do this on every job we go on, if we can catch the main man on the job, that is, because they're not always there. But yeah, cheers for that, Neil. Appreciate the work.
Yeah,
and
thanks very much. Very happy.
Hopefully we'll do more again for you soon.
All right, mate. Cheers.
So on my way back from ND Civils, I thought I'd call in on Hurt Plant here, my old home. Now then, this is what I made about 10-11 years ago. So I just wanted to call in and have a look, refresh my memory, should we say, on how I actually built this, because we are about to build one for Miller's recovery. But Miller's are going to want a walkway all the way around the outside, down that side. Now, as you can see, it's got a big gap here in the middle. That is to give the guy, whoever's washing the machine or trucks more than machines, enough room and height wise to give it a good wash. Now then, this one I've made out of some big beams. Can you see there's a big beam that runs down the centre, and off that beam I branched out with a couple of beams going that way. I think they're 354 146s or something like that. 354. Looking at it, the big gusset plates down there, can you see? I'm looking at that is actually a good way of doing it again. Now then, the only downside to this is I made this for 8-wheel tippers, right? As you can see, there's plenty of them in the yard over there. And as you know, Foxy's got about 400 tippers out on the road. So, looking at that now, the angle of that will not do for what Jack wants it to do. So, as you can see, the angle there, which I'm going to get in a minute, I'm going to have a measure up, is alright for an 8-wheeler, but if you start putting things like buses on it or tractor units with low Kelso bars, that angle will be too steep, if you will, be too steep for the trucks to go up. You can see how I made it with the tubes and the flat bar underneath the tube there to stop any how can you put it, any driver driving off it, should we say. Supposed to be skilled, these drivers though, go out on the road these days, aren't they? You know what I mean? So yeah, I might just get some ideas off this now, but it's all about the length as well. You know, the length that we've got at Miller's. I'll get a measure on this now. I'm pretty sure that's about 16 metres long, but it is a few years since I made it. But you could drive a tank up that. You could drive an 8-wheeler up it fully loaded, so you can put 32 tonne on there if you want. So I use 200 by 100 box there, and I use 100 by 100 box there for the bracing. This was actually quite easy to make because I made it within the workshop in one piece. Made it in one piece and dragged it down the yard here with 2 machines. Pretty straightforward. Might go something similar again, but that angle's too steep. I'll have to change the angle. Well, I might just give Jack a ring now, see if he's about, and just go and double check that length, because I need to order the steel tomorrow so I can crack on with that job, which will be a good job for me and for you guys to watch us build on site, because I'm going to do the whole lot on site, and I'm going to weld it together in one piece like this and then get it blasted and painted. So there'll be no galvanising involved, no bolting together, make it in one hit. And I want to make a right smart job of it. And like my OCD, when that kicks in on doing jobs in particular like this, can you see how all this open mesh flooring, how they're all these run in line? And some people would cut them, and do you know what I mean? This comes in 6 metre lengths, this, that way. Yeah. So I'll cut them all down individually, while do a little flat bar on the outside there. So when I was building this at the time, I thought I'd do it a little bit overkill, and it stood up to the job well, very well. So I could do something similar, but on a slightly smaller angle, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, I'm going to have a measure up and then try and get over to Miller's, if not tonight, in the morning. So just looking at this now, we wouldn't need this flat bar and this tube on the outside, with Jack wanting a walkway all the way around that. You wouldn't need this on the outside, but what you could do is put a tube coming up in the centre there, running all the way down and all the way down the centre, to stop a wagon really veering off and onto the walkway, if you get what I'm saying. So all this would be walkway coming down here, coming down it, down the ramp, and then maybe a couple of steps at the bottom of the ramp. The walkway wouldn't need to go all the way to the end, it could stop probably about there, then 2 steps down. Whereas I've designed this basically just to drive an 8-wheeler on it, get out the cab here and walk down. Whereas Jack will want to like reverse trucks on it and buses and all kinds of different kind of stuff. That is actually a 456 beam, it's bigger than what I thought. 456, then it steps into a 254 146 there for the bolted connection. I don't know why I bolted that, I dragged it down the yard. Well, yeah, with knowing that this is plenty strong enough, there's no reason why we can't build something very similar again, because this is tried and tested. You know, there's no calculations done here, although if I wanted to I could get it calced once I've designed it, get it calced. But if you're over engineer something, then you're usually alright for calculations, but Jack will probably want it calking, so we'll get it calked. It's nice to step back in my old yard. Oh yeah, I did say about 16 metres, didn't I? So it works out at 7.4 on the flat. Got 190 degrees, and we've got 8.4. 456152 beam. We've got 800 mil metre gap, 800 mil. The rest of it's made out of plate, and 100 by 50 box, 100 by 100 box. That is a better design than what I had in my head, because I was thinking of putting 3 beams, 1, 2, 3, like 3 1781 102s, and then running it up and then notching all the beams. But that'd be a lot easier doing it like this. But then I've got to think about the walkway, and I would bring the walkway out with box sections and then make a handrail to run all the way down it, all the way around it and down. So you need this open mesh flooring all the way around. I just need to get my head in gear, make a plan and get the steel ordered. So I keep talking about it, I've not ordered anything yet, but I will get it ordered tomorrow. Right, so here I am just at Miller's now looking at this, and we've got a shorter distance to what we just looked at there back at Hertz. So where we had 16 metres, we've got about 13 metres to this line here, yeah, all the way to that back wall over there. But what we could do, we could step it out to about here to get about 15 metres actually to that line, and put a handrail at each side, yeah, tidy all this up. Probably put some new cladding up, put a couple more of these posts in here just to tidy it up a bit, but reuse these ramps here, so they could come in handy then, because that gives us the angle that we want to go at. Now then, you might have seen me talk about this in a previous video, but we want to get it as high as we can at this end, so it'll be like 15 metres for 1500, 1500 up here, similar to Hertz, but we won't get as much this distance this way on the flat, yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a bit of old school fabrication here, whereas we'll draw it out on the floor rather than getting any CAD drawings done. And once I've drawn it out on the floor, built it, designed it, then get the calculations done. As long as you over engineer it and you know it's right, I'll get the weights that are going to go on it, and then we'll be good to go. Better going overkill than underkill, if you know what I mean. Following morning, we've just drawn the platform out on the floor here. Hard to see on cam, to be honest. But this is where it's going to crank. So we have a 6 metre straight here. Now then, that will, your fourth axle will probably be overhanging slightly here, which isn't a problem because you'll still be able to get underneath the truck. We've got 1500 mil from there to there. Now in this end, as you saw earlier in the video, that bit there is the ramp that's already at Miller's that we're going to reuse. So that's 2.5 metres by 330. So that gives us the angle that we need. We know that everything that Jack runs up that ramp will go up that. So if we crank it from there, which I have done there, might be really hard to see on camera, I'm not sure. But you can see how I crank, following my finger up there, cranking it. Then at the top up there, we go straight. So that'll give us plenty of room to get under the truck to wash it, or them boys to get under it. So what I'm thinking is every 1500 drop a post, 200, no, I'll go 150 by 100 box, and then we'll come out with 100 by 100 box. But there will be a big beam that runs down the centre, like you saw at Hertz. So a big beam running all the way down and all the way down that way. Well, now I know that that'll work, I can order the steel. Doing this a bit old school, yeah? No CAD drawings. You don't need CAD drawings. This is how we used to do everything back in the day. Until we started putting them big structures up, then we had to get them drawn on Tekla. And I had a team of 5 lads drawing full time. 5 draftsmen, 2 detailers. So today we're going to take the Chem PX5P fast-mig on site with us, just to do the arc-airing on the clamp bucket. Now we're just going to try this, we've never done it before. We've never took the Chem P on site with us before. And the reason why we're doing that is the little Shindauer, the 300, within the van. When you're running arc-air, you need short leads. Right, you need short leads and the compressor. So when that's on full power and then the compressor kicks in, right, you're obviously going to get that draw, aren't you? The compressor, when it fires straight away, you're going to get that draw and it go, you'll hear the welder drawing down, yeah, drawing down too much power. So we can plug that in to the power source at Archie's workshop. So I don't want to put that under too much strain. That'll only run 6 millicarbons, right? But we're going to run 8 millicarbons on the Kempi. That will run 6 milli on short leads if you had a separate compressor, right? But I'm definitely going to buy another 300 within the next week or so, until the 400 comes out, because there's a new 400 Shindauer coming out back end of this year. So I definitely want to get my hands on one of them, because that'll run 3 MIGs at the same time and do the arc-air no problem. Alright, so that's today's mission. We're going to get up to Archie's in a minute and crack on with that clamp bucket. But hopefully he's got a 32 amp supply in his workshop that'll run this. Never done it before, just giving it a whirl today, see what happens. I also had a call last night off a guy in Salford area. He's got a quick hit, it's got some major cracks in it and needs a bucket repair. So depending on how long this job takes today, maybe we'll shoot over to Salford, Manchester this afternoon and crack on with that. Because it's pretty urgent. When a quick hit starts to crack, you never really want to be running that machine, I'll be honest with you. I told him to park it up as soon as I saw the pictures, so that will be a next rush job for us. But this morning we're going to get over to Accrington. It is now 6:15. So I've just turned up at Moorefield plant here now, and the boys are about to, let's have a look at that, bud. Yeah, I could fit that to my arc-air, that'll be sound. Alright. We're just looking at what fittings they've got on their airlines, because we brought the Kempi, haven't we, to do the arc-air. So yeah, where they're up to so far, they're about to take the cab off. And we'll just have a word with Juice, who's actually running the job, because Archie has just had a little babby yesterday. Is it yesterday, that babby?
Yeah.
Was it a little girl?
Yesterday morning.
Yesterday, was it a girl or a boy? Little girl.
Yeah.
So congratulations to Archie, who runs this gaff, but whilst he's not here, I take it you're running it.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah. Well, this is Juice. Yeah. And some boy here, we've just been having a chat off camera, and just telling us where we're up to and stuff. Well, you just tell us where we're up to, bud.
Okay, so basically the most of the transfer box is now loose underneath from what we've done. Sides have come off, hydraulic tanks come off. Cab's about to come off in about another 5-10 minutes. And then as soon as that's off, we can get into the nitty gritty.
We'll get the transmission out today.
Back end of today, transmission will definitely be out on the floor.
Yeah. So we've just got a time-lapse camera set up now so we can watch the cab coming off. We've got the clamp bucket on the wash. We're going to get that washed off, get it into this workshop and this back space here. And me and Callum will attack that on the gouging and welding side. And these boys can continue doing what they're doing best, which is fitting.
Yeah! Loving it.
Loving it.
Absolutely loving it.
So how long have you been here, Juice?
I've been here now 3 months.
3 months. How do you like working for Arch?
Arch is a top man.
He's top man, isn't he?
Yeah, one of the best.
It's like, I only met Arch a couple of months ago on at Glass and Dock, like I've mentioned in the previous video. And I could just tell that the kid had something about him, you know what I mean? And when you meet somebody like that, then you've got to give them the opportunity to do work like this, basically, and put a bit of trust into it. But I just know that now I've been here talking to you and a few other lads, I know they're well capable of doing this job, and hopefully we'll get it boxed off within a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
the long process is getting the transmission refurbed, but we have got a place where that's going to go. I might share that with you in a future video. All right, so
Perfect.
We'll carry on and get this clamp bucket washed off.
Let's get it out.
Let's go.
All right.
That's it. Have it.
All done? Yeah. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. So all welds have been ground right back from the other side, if you will. So that weld will hit that weld. So that's a full pen butt weld, pretty much on that connection, isn't it?
You can see the lines of weld up
At the top. I know it's a fillet weld there, but can you see you could have done a little bit more on that corner cowboy. Alright. So he's V'd it that way and V'd it that way. So then your welds are touching each other. If you're a welder, you'll know what I'm talking about. Whereas before they only just had a little run in, didn't they? That's why they were cracking away. Right, so we need to get wrapped up. We need to get that welder dropped off back in the workshop. Yeah. And then we've got a job to go to in Manchester. So let's get wrapped up quick. Back, what time is it now? 1 o'clock? 1 o'clock? Yeah. Then we'll get to Manchester and Pivotal, is it Pivotal Plant? Pivotal Plant. We're going to do a job on a tipper. So we'll get this wrapped up, dropped off at workshop, and then we'll get to Manchester. Alright, so here we are at Pivotal Plant. Is it Bollington? Bollington, other side of Stockport. What an absolute nightmare to get to for us men, yeah? But here we got a Volvo 8-wheeler, 17 plate there. Good nick actually, very good nick for its age. Pivotal Plant, just met the owner, nice geezer. I'll get him on camera shortly. But we've got some wings that need welding up here, because it's in for test next week. As you can see here now, so it's cracked there, and it's cracked around the other side. Well, Pivotal Plant, they are actually on the move on the plant side, on aggregate side, so keep an eye out for these men. We've got quite a few machines out there, 13 ton down. Yeah, only a young lad, about 29 years old, and given it his all, should we say. You know, I'll give him credit where credit's due. He's trying his best, he's got his hell yard, and he's going at it, full bore. So obviously he follows us and on social media, and thought he'd get us out just to do this repair. You can see this side's the same. So what we're going to do is get the grinder out, clean all that up, die grinder, take all the paint off, take the old weld off. There was a lot of silicone in that point there, but we took it out, and we'll fully weld all of it all the way around there. And maybe put a little bit on the inside too. Put that side there, you see. So yeah, nice fella Rob, and like I say, I will get him on camera shortly when he comes back. He's just gone to office. We'll get this done for him. This isn't actually his yard, this bit here, but we've borrowed it to put the truck in because it's absolutely throwing it down. It's hard to see, I don't know if you can tell. Well, that's his yard over there. Anyway, not messing about, it's getting late in the afternoon, so we'll get this done. So because we've no body props, we're just staying well clear of the body. We've just stuck it up slightly. Again, we've got the little Warrior Mega inverter out. Cal? Yeah? How's it welding?
Not too bad actually.
Is it thin?
It is thin. The body's thin, the actual body itself.
A little quick nosy.
Bit of e-spattering.
Beautiful.
Not going anywhere, is it?
No, well that from there across was full of silicone before, that bit there. So we just welded the whole lot up, so much stronger, better job than it was before. And now we'll move over to the other side. So that's the job buttoned up there now. Fully welded. A little bit of black paint on there. Well, and these guys are about an hour away, an hour 20 away from our workshop. So they just give us a ring and we're actually on our way back to our workshop from Archer's Yard, weren't we? So it come in handy really for us, that. Straightforward enough. Was a little bit of a crack underneath too, we checked everywhere else. Well, that's good to go for test now, that wagon. So the steel has landed at Miller's. Well, probably about 70% of the steel has landed at Miller's Recovery for the wash deck. So we shall get down there tomorrow and make a start. That'll be a good little project for us, won't it? Let's get back to, in fact, no, we'll go and see Rob, who owns Pivotal, and get him on cam before we go. Alright, so I'm just here with Rob, now the owner of Pivotal. How long have you been doing this job, Rob?
4 years now.
4 years?
4 years, yeah, been at it.
And how old are you?
29.
29. Now then, 29 and going at it full bore, aren't you? Is this your yard here, this now?
Yeah, it's our yard, yeah. We've been here about a year now.
This is a proper yard.
Yeah, proper job.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
So are you going to start running aggregates out here?
Yeah, hoping to do aggregates. We do already do muck shifting, hopefully get a bit of recycling going. Sell loose ags collected and delivered.
Yeah.
But yeah, got plenty of growing space.
How many machines have you got?
Got about 35 out on hire at the moment.
35?
35, yeah, 35.
You're doing alright then, lad, aren't you?
Yeah, not too bad at all.
So that 13 tonner there,
Yeah.
is how many of them have you got? Is that your first?
First one, that, yeah, first one. Got a job lined up for it, so, but we are hiring them out now, yeah.
What year's that?
It's a 2022.
2022 Hitachi 130 LCN. Looks a tidy machine.
Yeah, it's a good one, yeah. Got it at a good price. And,
Is it?
yeah, bit of a risk for us, but we want to get into the big gear, so got to start somewhere.
Make sure you look after your tackle.
Yeah, that is the,
You know what I mean?
part, yeah.
Especially if you're putting them out on hire. I'd say just put them out on hire with your own operator.
Yeah,
if
yeah,
possible.
yeah. So,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd be reluctant to put them out on hire on self-drive, especially if you know.
yeah, some reckless drivers out
Yeah,
there.
there is, mate. Yeah, there is. But what size machines have you got then?
Anything from micro upwards. We've got micros, 1.5s, 2 tonners, 3 tonners, 5 tonners, 8 tonners, dumpers, truck barrows.
What truck wise have you got?
We've got 3 Volvo FMX tippers and 1 beaver tail.
One beaver tail.
We've got a few vans, 3 vans, a few trailers. So yeah.
And now he's got a welder.
Now I've got a welder, yeah.
Huh?
Best in the business. I'm a man for it.
There's a lot of people out there that are wanting me to do work for him, which is great. And when you do want me to do work for you, I'll do a little bit of promotion for you like this, because it does inspire me a bit, this kid, because he's only 29 and I'm looking at his yard now and thinking big things are coming your way.
Yeah, we're going to keep pushing. We're going to try and go all the way. So we're here every hour of the day, so we'll try and keep pushing on.
That's the way forward, mate. And as you know, I'm just going at it again, aren't I?
Yeah,
You know,
pushing on. Yeah,
and,
you're doing really well.
And
We'll keep supporting you where we can. And
I've got to do as many hours as I can, but at the same time, my daughter comes first. Do you know what I mean? So weekends are a bit hard for me at the moment because she has to come first. And you know, but if it's a Saturday, then I'll work a Sunday. It's one of them kind of things. You know what I mean?
Got to be done on it, went your own.
Anyway, Rob, appreciate the work, and I'm sure I will see you again.
Yeah, no, appreciate you coming down and pulling me out.
Well, so that's in the test next week, is it?
Yeah, next Tuesday. Yeah. If we get a pass, get back on the road.
Any issues like that, anybody out there, any issues that needs a welder fast, you know, I'll always help somebody out. Even if it's 12 o'clock at night and you need a welder, give us a bell, yeah. All right, Rob?
Yeah, spot on. Perfect. Thank you very
All
much.
right, mate. Sound. Okay, so the director's here again, and he says we've hit bingo. Whatever bingo is. Anyway, So we're at the end of a chapter. This is where we're up to so far. This will be in a chapter that's coming very shortly. And I hope you like the chapter that you've just watched. Just finished there up at Pivotal Plant, haven't we? And yeah, please like, subscribe and share like I always say. Leave us a comment and I'll catch you on the next one.